Well, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great pre-show talk.
We did.
And I got to start out the show. I got to admit something. I'm tired.
Yeah.
All the time?
I'm tired of being a hero.
Oh.
There's a hero! That's one, right?
He's a
hero.
How many songs are about heroes?
I could be your hero, baby.
And they say that a hero... That's the best one, right?
There goes my hero.
Yeah. So many songs about heroes.
Yeah.
They're all about you.
Hero of the Day by Metallica.
Now, hold on. I drove up. You were being a hero. I had just finished being a hero myself. You go ahead and tell yours and I'll tell mine. It's
All
weird
right.
they happened in simpatico.
We'll get our hero intro out of the way, and then
Yeah.
we'll get on with the show. So I get a text from the lady about a mile from home, and she's like, hey, my tire's low. So I dadded her, as I do. I was like, you got a tire pressure gauge? Well, hell.
Pull over and check it.
There's a 7-Eleven right down the street. They got free air. Whip your little happy ass in there and top her off. So she's like, well, I'm already home. I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'll be doing that, being the hero in another way. And I get home, and that, how do they say, flat as a pancake.
That puppy was
Dang.
a flat.
Riding on rims. A rim. So what do?
Did you ask her, how long did you ride around on that?
No, I didn't. I tried not to dad her too hard.
'Cause you could have messed up your rims. You could have messed up a whole lot.
I do think that I threw that one in there.
Yeah.
But what do? I change a tire for the second time in my life.
What?
Whoa, that's the second time you've ever changed a tire?
In
You're a
my
38-year-old man?
Yep. And the first time I changed one, I was 17.
Wow.
I haven't changed a tire in 21 years.
The amount of time in between tire changes, that gap of time could have bought alcohol legally.
Right.
Yeah. Could now buy alcohol legally. That's crazy.
I've been lucky with tires.
Yeah.
What
I
can I
guess
say?
so, man. Okay, but here's the thing. How often do you rotate? How often do you change your tires? You seem like you're on the ball with that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm on the ball with most things in my life. I'd like to say that I'm a responsible dude.
You're responsible. You're very... do you have like a journal? Do you have like it written down of like, okay, well, I bought these tires November 13th, 2014.
No.
They have X amount of miles on them.
As much as I'm like my dad,
Like a
I do
spreadsheet?
not do that. He does. He keeps a ledger of every oil change, every tire rotation, every air filter change, wiper blade change, everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's like, hey, it helps when I go to resell. If I got a detailed record of every piece
That
of
is
maintenance
true.
ever.
That is very true.
No, I just have the people at the store do it.
Yeah, and they have all that information in there.
Well, I mean, I have them rotate the tires. It takes 5 minutes. I just sit there and scroll my phone for a few minutes and let the real men do the work.
Yeah, they do that, and then they
Yeah.
also go, can you check it? When's the last time can you check the pressure, make sure? No, they'll tell you, the oil change place is the first place to tell you, you're going to need tires here pretty soon, and that's just them selling tires.
Enough with the
Yeah.
upsell.
Yeah. Hey, I got this one last time. Yeah, your air filter's looking a little dirty. We can do that for you. And I go, oh yeah? How much? I do it all myself anyway. And he goes, $20, plus about $10 labor. $30? There's an AutoZone right there. I'm going to spend $8 on a filter. I'm going to put it in myself.
Unless my air conditioner is going like an old timey engine that blows dust out, I ain't getting a new filter.
Yeah.
I'm not driving on dirt roads.
Hey,
It's
don't do it,
fine.
dude.
It's fine. My dad, when he pulls out an old air filter, it looks brand new. He's like, yep, this needs to be changed. I'm like,
How?
nary a speck.
Yeah.
Dad, it's white as snow. I don't know what
Yeah.
you...
Yeah.
So I changed a tire. You assisted, actually.
I
Thank
did.
you so much.
I came with the
But
assist.
yeah, being a hero is real tiresome.
I tell you. Yeah, mine was... I was actually I was about to pull into the street to come to the studio tonight, and I get a text message that says, hold on, I'll pull it up real quick. My wife was in danger. Very, 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 it was dangerous. And it says, there's a wasp on the back door, and I can't let Nate in.
Whoa.
So, with
Did you call the cops?
I almost did. I called her immediately. Go, do you want me to come take care of it? I'm in the neighborhood. Drive over, and boy, you'd thought the world was ending because a wasp was on the back door.
I saw her Instagram story. It said, fuck you, wasp, and had a picture of a wasp on said windowsill.
She's very afraid of bugs like that. So what do? I go, the dog was outside. I just scoop him up like a rock movie, you know. I'm like, should be a flame behind me. I'm like running in like, no. And the wasp was trying to come in through the crack in the door, and I just doused his ass with whatever thing. It was tire degreaser, not tire degreeser. What is that
Just
shit?
spraying.
Just spraying whatever chemicals I can on
Fix
this
a flat.
thing.
Yeah.
That's weird because I filled Kate's tire with wasp killer.
There you go.
Shoulda
You're looking for that, but no, you know, I saved the day from a wasp.
Didn't it feel good?
Yeah, it felt good.
I like saving the day. Kate often says, "You're my hero," but I think today she meant it. For once. It's great.
Did you tell her that that's the second time in 21 years you've changed a tire?
No, and I won't.
No.
She'll find out by listening to the show.
Yeah.
She's back on that boys kick, so
Gotta get back on
gotta
the
watch
bullshit.
what I say, if you know what I mean. So yeah, man. We're, you know what? We got a show to get to.
Let's get to it.
But first, a little business. Boyspodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more. Again, that's boyspodcast.com.
Boys is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and that sweet, sexy Spotify.
Almost didn't have it there,
No, I
did you?
had. I was going to say something else, but I didn't want it to sound bad. I was like, that sweet, sexy, that youthful Spotify. Because that's where all the kids are.
Right.
Kids are on Spotify
Yeah.
these days. They're on it.
They're-
They're hanging out on it.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time before they have a chat feature. Leave a review on iTunes. It helps us rise to the ranks. Subscribe wherever you can subscribe. I'm a dad. I don't know how to do that. It's a button. I'm sure there's a button somewhere you can click.
Usually a single button.
And you go click, click, click. And on the homepage of our website, you can donate.
I got that too.
Email us at boyspodcast.com. Shoot us some feedback, and we will send you some free stickers. Also, I didn't know that you can have followers on Spotify until the other day. I was on my Spotify and I was trying to see what my email was on that, so I could get my free fucking Hulu that I still don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. It's only for, that's where they fuck you, Spotify. But thank you for hosting our website, our podcast.
I hate you or are you mad at me?
You have to sign up for Spotify and you have to be a new subscriber to Spotify to get it.
No, you don't. Because I merged, bro. Google it. Click, click, click. Google it. You merge. Save me $7.99 a month.
Right,
The
but
thing I saw, it said you had to be a new, but okay, I'm going to do that.
Maybe I got in before.
I
Maybe. don't know.
signed in to Spotify with a new account using my Facebook. And so now I don't know if I have to use my Facebook email for my Hulu, but if so, that email I haven't used since I was like 16.
Jesus, bless you, sir.
Since I was 16, so I don't know what the email password is.
No, my Facebook email, I got on Facebook before it was cool because my email address was a Rose State College student ID email because you used to have a college email to get it.
Back in the old day.
And that is a defunct email. So I can't do any of that.
But yeah, that's my
cool.
2 cents on Spotify. So
Right on. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you for that story.
yeah,
Thank you for the tips on Spotify and Hulu. Hard-hitting journalism here on Boys. I got some more hard-hitting journalism I'll talk about later. But for now, I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you to Anthem Brewing. AnthemBrewing.com. Maker of high-quality beers. You can merge your mouth with a can. Drink.
I like
Piss it out. Maybe have a hangover.
Merge your piss with a urinal, if you will.
AnthemBrewing.com for all your beer drinking needs. Also, Fat Bison, maker of high quality wooden signs that you can merge your vision to, or your fingers, or your tongue. FatBison.com. Check him out. Tell him Boy sent you. Maybe he'll shave a little off the top. And I ain't talking a planer.
You did that last week.
Oh. No, damn it.
It was funny then too, but I'm just
works.
saying.
Hey, we have new listeners every week.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Thousands, maybe.
Champion Vintage. Josh.
Champion Vintage OKC on Instagram. Check them out. Hey, you know, speaking of Anthem Brewing, the weather's getting fucking pristine.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be nice time to drive down to that brewery at 908 Southwest 4th or South 4th. They'll open that gate up. Have yourself a nice beer with the buds or the ladies, whatever. Get a little toasty outside. Great time for that.
I agree.
And thank you guys. Thank all of you for your donations, your feedback, your emails. We've sent out some stickers. We'll send out more. Hey, thanks for being you and for following us.
Now on with the show. The prodigal son has returned. Joshua Jack Montgomery is back and he's alive.
I am alive. I was really worried about it. I spent as soon as I booked my flight to Chicago, I just came back from Chicago. Fear just set in my gut, and it felt like, you know, when you start seeing, it's like premonitions, but it's like when you buy a car that you've never seen. Like my car, I loved it. No one had one, and now I see it everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As soon as I booked my flight, I just started seeing shitty things about Chicago in movies and television shows. And I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm going to get murdered. Everyone gets murdered in Chicago. Oh, no. If you're in a group or with a person, you're usually fine. I was solo.
All by yourself.
All by myself.
Which just adds to the scariness.
And
right?
Up until, dude, because my flight comes in late at night.
Mm-hmm.
Dark out.
Oh, and it's like, which airport did you go to?
I flew into I only fly the classiest... wherever Southwest flies, which is always, I put it on Facebook.
So that's for you. Yes.
It's the tribute band of airports.
Yeah.
It's Midway.
Okay.
Midway is not so great.
Midway, you land into Midway and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Like typical airport, whatever. And then they're like, okay, yeah, take the train to wherever the fuck it is you're going. All right. You hop on that train and you start looking at where you're at and you're like, fuck, I cannot get to where I'm going fast enough.
No, you're in deep South Chicago.
Yeah.
So, and a train ride's an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I did I got off the plane. I was like, I've taken the train before. I'll take the train again.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
But I took last time we landed, it was at 10:30 in the morning. It's like, yeah, it's fine. But no, it's 10 o'clock at night now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Let's see how much your lift is. $25? I'll take it.
Yeah.
My safety is worth that.
Yeah, Josh, you know what? You're worth $25.
My soul,
not to me,
my life,
but to some people.
To myself.
Yeah, to yourself.
It was but it ended up being an extremely fantastic weekend. Did a lot of fun things. Ate a lot of good food. But it was definitely not soul searching. What's the word for that? Where you kind of find you get right with your recenter,
reflective, recenter. I like that one.
Yeah. Put in some headphones, walk around some neighborhoods, kind of just be alone with yourself for hours at a time. And I was never bored. I was afraid of that. Like, what am I gonna I'll probably get up at 9 a.m. have to walk around. The show's not till whatever.
Yeah.
How do I kill 12 hours in a day? You find yourself killing 12 hours in a day.
Yeah,
pretty easily.
Man, I did the same thing when I went. Like a week, I guess it was a week and a half ago at this point. I had a lot of time to kill because we only had one thing we had to do while we were there. I went for work. But one night I did go wandering around by myself. And, I don't consider myself tough. I would defend myself. I know a few moves. I know a few like blocks and like spinning back kicks, maybe gouge the eye.
From your karate days?
From Mortal Kombat. But when I was walking around by myself, it's not working. My controller's broken. When I was walking around Chicago by myself at night, don't think my head was not on a constant exorcist swivel the entire time. Just like, a rat, a rat. I saw a rat and I fucking shit my pants almost.
Or dude. You're walking down the street, you're walking on the sidewalk, and then someone starts walking your way and you can't really tell if they're sketchy.
Why'd you do air quotes when you said someone?
Just people.
Oh.
It's like a hobo or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And you're walking.
Drifters.
And headphones are in, you're like, cool. But you leave enough space and then you turn around to make sure they're not following you.
Here's the deal. I do that when I walk by someone I know, let alone a fucking stranger in downtown Chicago at 1 a.m. Who am I kidding? I wasn't out that late.
Don't follow me over this bridge or under this bridge or any other place that I decide to walk, please.
Well, I'm glad you made it back safe.
Dude, it was great. It was fantastic. Hung out with the boys.
And the girls.
And the girl. Got a little tipsy a couple nights. The last night we were there, a very nice gentleman had an office right across the street from the hotel. Invited us over to party. And it was a handout that, we thought could have been when any stranger messages you on a social media, it's like, hey, come party at my office. You're like, oh.
Right.
And the whole way up, we're like, is this about to turn into like Saw or something?
Right.
And
is this green room?
It ended up being this fucking really great, nice guy, spread of really nice like alcohol and champagne and
Grand pizza.
And we just hung out and smoked weed and drank, and it was a great time.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Every night was like that. It was just it was positive vibes all around, man.
That's good. And
It's
you know,
just
man, I know you were nervous because we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that you really deserved it. You're a hardworking dude,
Thanks, man.
You work hard at not one, but 2 jobs.
2 jorbs.
And, you know, you have a lot of responsibility. You're a married man.
Mm-hmm.
You work hard. And I told Kate one night, I was like, man, Josh really deserves this. And like the night, first of all, I could tell when you got a little tipsy because you texted me and told me that you loved me.
Yeah.
And I was like, after I wiped the tears from my eyes, I showed it to Kate and I was like, I think Josh is drunk. Oh. And I was like, I love you too, man. I hope you have a great time. You deserve it. You do.
Yeah.
But yeah, from all the stories and you just texted me that night, I was like, dude, he's having a good time and you deserve it.
I had an excellent time. Yeah, I thought that too. As soon as I sent it, I was like, oh yeah, I think I've had a few beverages because my love just comes right on out after a few glasses of red wine or other things.
Well, see, it's no secret that you and I both are tender boys.
Oh, very much.
We're
so.
easily hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think after you told me you loved me, I think I sent you, I love to reply in GIFs. I love it. It's like the best part of having a Verizon, Apple, iPhone XS Max 512 gigabyte with an OtterBox and a tempered glass screen protector. And my battery's at 90%. The best thing about it is the
Winning,
GIF
I
keyboard.
guess?
Yeah. Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, right.
I always keep my battery charged.
Sick, bro.
I never leave 2 feet from a wall outlet, man. It's like the old laptop that you can't unplug or it immediately dies.
Oh boy.
The worst. I'm going to trade it in. I sent you a reply that was a GIF of Chris Farley from the Schmitz Gay SNL skit, and I didn't get a response, and I was like, I hurt his feelings. Oh no. It was a joke. It was supposed to be funny. Yeah.
No, it was.
You're
funny.
busy. You're busy rocking.
Dude,
Dude,
I
it was
sent that the other day. That
skanking.
same exact GIF.
From me?
Not from you.
Oh, okay. It's a good GIF.
It is. Yeah.
Where he's flipping up the flip up
Oh yeah.
Dwayne
dude.
Wayne
Yeah,
glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone should do themselves a fucking favor and plan yourself just a weekend trip by yourself.
Well, let's hear it. If you've done this recently or you have a story to share about a weekend solo getaway, just some soul searching, some reflecting, some inner dialogue,
Yeah.
email us, boys@boyspodcast.com. We said it in the intro. I'm going to say it again. Send a story our way. We'll
Did
we'll
you
talk
make
about
did
it.
you make a lifelong friend? I've met a bunch of new people, made some friends, man, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us your stories about meeting new people, or maybe you went into the woods in the wilderness by yourself and now you live out in the wilderness, and I don't know how you're getting this podcast.
Yeah, I
but
don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the older you get, the less friends you give a shit about making.
Well,
And so when you
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
it's like it means more almost because like I've had I mean we've all had a lot of friends like in elementary school, and then like maybe a couple of your friends go to the same middle school or whatever, and then 1 or 2 of them go to your same high school, and then like if you go to the same college, that shit is insane.
it's rare.
Yeah.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
ain't, it ain't Saved by the Bell, the new class or whatever.
Right.
College years.
Yeah. But like, those friends, it seems like they just kind of happen, it just like fell into place. It was like, well, you're the other kid with a blue shirt and we're in 3rd grade. So I guess we're friends now until, we're 12 or whatever.
Or the worst, dude. You live on my street. I guess we're best friends now.
Dude,
what if
yeah.
the kid that lives down the street's an asshole?
I had that friend, dude.
Yeah.
And it just didn't end well. Cause I don't know, man. Like if you live on a shitty street and your friend who you made on said shitty street,
Yeah,
just,
the rules of attraction there aren't too keen.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a friend in like elementary school who just like, he just was like, if there was drugs on the street, he was doing them. And like, I was like, nah, I'm good on that.
At
And,
what age was that?
I mean, we were friends in elementary school.
Because I was in the DARE program, we just said no to drugs.
Right. We narked on our parents.
Yeah, right.
That's what they narc on your
Do you
folks.
see any of this in your parents' sock drawer?
Yeah,
Come
dude.
tell us so we can take you away from them and put you in a foster home.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Yeah. I wanna live with strangers.
come out to the parking lot. We're going to show you a mangled wreck and pictures of these kids who died terribly in a drunk driving accident.
Did you have a good day at school today, little Robbie? Yeah, I saw brains. Awesome. You're 8.
Yeah.
Cool. Scar you for life.
I think the thing is, it's once you get to a certain age, you don't think you're ever going to meet new people because you're kind of at your cap. I don't need any more friends. But then you have a situation like I had this weekend where it's just so open and jovial and everyone's kind of on the same page, and you just get to know people, and then it becomes like, hey man,
when you get older,
trade some info. Yeah.
When you get older, that rare new friend is really nice. Like I would consider, I mean, we've known each other a while now, but like you were a new friend. You were a new old friend, And it was just like an old our age. We're not teenagers anymore.
Right.
And it was just like, cool. Now I got a new friend and I'm 36 at the time or whatever. I was like, that's cool. You have a new friend. It's rare.
With you and I,
friendship
is
rare.
Friendship is rare. No, but when we met, it was just like, oh shit, we both like D&D, and like, it's just like sometimes it's just that simple. I mean, I feel like with that sort of game though, it's a little different because it's like, oh, you've spent hours at a table drinking like beers and Mountain Dew as well. Cool. Like we have something to talk about, which is nice.
You know some rules. I know some rules.
Yeah.
Put them together and interweave them.
Let's get together and play one game every 6 months.
Yeah. I think friendships and like physical, like romantic relationships are very close to one another, because it's not just like, oh, you like playing D&D. I know a bunch of people who play I know a bunch of people who love punk rock that I don't need to be your friend, but there's another kind of connection, and a weird ethereal kind of a connection that you just have with somebody. You know what I mean?
And you can't fake it.
Yeah,
you cannot fake it.
Do you really think? Because I felt that way too, but I don't know if I feel the same way now. Do you think that there is a cap where you're like, I have made the friends that I care to make? Do you think that that is legit? Or do you think that as we get older, we just like, you have 2 jobs, I have 2 jobs. Like when you stay busy, like you do sort of the same stuff like every day of the week. And then on the weekends, like, you like live it up a little bit, you'll go like go shopping, or you'll go to
the press for the amount of time and eat brunch.
Yeah, like change up like where you eat or something like that. But like you're not gonna meet a new friend at the press, and if you do, fucking kudos.
No,
but
I know
like,
everyone there.
I wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm scared of everyone, so I just keep to myself and stare at my breakfast.
No, so do you think it's like you've reached the cap, or do you think that as we get older, we're just less open until like somebody
That's what I was gonna say.
You have like this weird like connection with, where it's just like, oh, you know what? We can be friends.
Yeah,
like this is super easy.
And I'm sure that's what happened this week. And I got way out of my comfort zone. I flew 12 hours north. I mean, I guess a 12-hour drive north to a city I've only been to once before, by myself. So I really just have to rely on my wits.
Yeah, you're vulnerable.
I'm very vulnerable. So I found myself far more open to talking to just about anybody, like waitresses, bartenders, or whatever. Not like, hey, will you please talk to me? But usually if a waiter tries to like be like, oh, you kind of like, well, okay, thank you.
You're like, sit down.
I know. Right. I would joke back with them.
Yeah.
But it's that vintage shop I went to. I stood in there for 20 minutes just talking to the lady who owns it about, oh, this is a cool spot, blah, 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 blah. Just getting to know new people.
Yeah, and when it's called being a tourist.
Being a tourist, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it is, right?
Yeah. But when you're at our age, it's not so much, hey man, you play D&D or whatever. But like, you get to really hang out. And for me, I got to hang out with this crew for like 2 different whole days. So you kind of get to know them a little more. And you're making friends who live in they flew in from different states. So now I know somebody in Nashville, or I know someone in Chicago, or I know someone another friend out in LA. So you make connections to these different places that, say something pops up in Sheboygan. Maybe I met someone there. Be like, oh, well, I met this guy at that show. I have a friend. I have a connection in this other place I've never been to. You can kind of spread out your tendrils and go see more places. By the way, that restaurant I was talking about, the waiter that was being I almost shit my pants in his restaurant.
Why?
You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
So I'm walking around Chicago with my earbuds in, just having a great time. I go get some CBD coffee. Delicious. Put you in a good mood.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
So Chicago is one of those cities where public restrooms are rare.
Usually you have to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's worse in Baltimore, though.
Is it?
Fuck Baltimore. But yeah.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
I go to this CBD coffee shop. I wanted to get coffee. There's another coffee shop I wanted to go to that was literally a block around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt the urge coming.
The drop.
The drop. And I was like,
yeah.
okay, I could get a coffee here and then kick it in here and then use the restroom here.
Yeah.
Got the coffee. There's a line and it's just a one-person shitter. And I was like, all right. And I keep walking like, and then it subsides just for a little bit, for like 5 minutes. And then it's like, dude, nope. I'm like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I pop into this little store. And as soon as I take a step up, the separation of the butt cheeks, like, oh, no. Nope.
Gonna have to hop up this step.
I was like, what the fuck is here? What's here? Oh my God, these are all clothing stores. There's not going to be shitters. Right next to this shop, there's a place called Cheesies. It's a mac and cheese spot. And I walk in with like determination. Clever. And the guy goes, hey buddy, you lost? And I go, no man, I'm just seeing what you have. And look at the menu. And I'm like, I'll have that. I gotta go to the restroom. And like ran to the bathroom. Like it was almost about to come out of my ass.
Did you do the thing? I've done this only a few times when I really gotta go. Mm-hmm. But like you pull the pants down as you're sitting down and like the shit starts to come out before the cheeks touch
dude.
It's like the slam dunk of shitting. Like you're getting it in there.
No, mine was worse. Mine had like a little, as I was unbuttoning my pants, a fart happened and I felt the little bloop, and I was like, please say that was just a gas bubble and not a turd that just hit my pants. And as soon as I pulled it down and the shit came out, I'm like fucking James Bond, like spy detective trying to find out, is there shit in my pants?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
There wasn't.
No, there was no shit in my pants.
Good. Yeah, I was going to ask what you ate when you were there, but you know, we're going backwards here.
Well, I said that it was the worst fucking mac and cheese. Because on their menu,
with a name like Cheesies,
any place that says so-and-so's best, it's usually the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago's best cheese, grilled cheese. Mm-hmm. Nah, dude. They didn't even fucking toast the bread, man. It was two pieces of Texas toast with melted cheese in the middle. They put a skillet, cheese and like vegetables.
That's a letdown.
And then just threw it on Texas toast.
It's a fucking cheese sandwich.
That's a hot cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
That's not a grilled cheese, my friend.
Also, we have Chicago's best grilled cheese. Hey, man, shut up. What?
Right.
It's grilled cheese. It is 2 pieces of cheese on 2 pieces of bread that you slapped together and gave to a child with some soup. That's how I had it the first time.
Yeah.
Now you have the best one?
Yeah.
No,
I ate there. I ate Chicago Diner. Best vegetarian vegan breakfast in all of Chicago.
And how did that live up?
Food was great. Service, not so great. But because here's the thing. I'm out of my element. I'm usually at the press on Saturdays having my meal.
Getting that excellent service that only the press can provide.
I'm so lost in my happiness, I forget that it's Saturday at noon. It's prime brunch time. So it's just filled with hipster / punk rock people eating brunch at noon. But here's the thing. Usually it's like mimosas. Now these motherfuckers are doing like Jameson shots and Jaeger bombs.
Ooh.
well, you're in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, huevos rancheros, and can I get 3 Irish breakfasts?
Oh,
come on, dude.
Day ruiners right there.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I kept my day drinking to a very low minimum.
I feel like people will drink more in Chicago in the morning because they know they're going to walk it off. Like,
true.
Everyone in Chicago walks so much because
I
went
it's
to
fucking cold there. So
yeah. Oh my. Luckily, when I went to Chicago for like a week as well, it was not cold. But I heard tale of how cold it gets. I'm like, fucking pass on any of that shit, dude.
Fucking pass.
Nope.
Yeah.
Did you spend any time in Lincoln Square?
Lincoln Square, I did not. I spent my Airbnb was in the beautiful Oak Park neighborhood. If you're ever in Chicago and you have a chance to stay there, stay at Oak Park. That neighborhood is fucking good. The best neighborhood to walk around in.
Mm-hmm.
I saw like 8 different Franklin Lloyd Wright houses that like.
You saying Chicago's best neighborhood?
I would probably say Chicago's. It's on the list of Chicago's top neighborhoods.
Oh, right.
Oh, nice. See,
Top.
that's what we have the top. Well, you can't say we have the top grilled cheese because that just doesn't sound right.
No.
No.
So does my fucking grandma who's dead. She had a great grilled cheese. I put her on a list. Sure, why not?
Well, she's on a list.
I'm sure she is.
Best dead granny's grilled cheese.
Oh, so
Granny's grilled cheese.
episode name right there. So speaking of food,
Yeah.
and speaking of hard-hitting journalism,
Mm-hmm.
I posted a little poll on our Twitter, which is @tweetsofboys, a couple days ago, because I had a little food myself this weekend, believe it or not. I had some street tacos.
Yeah.
Got a real prime spot, little truck down the street.
Are you talking about that gym down there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like that
Place
it's got
is
those
so
like
good.
fucking like lights. What do you call those kind of lights?
Like the LED lights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All around it. So for nighttime eating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they got it. I mean, it's a classic street taco truck when you walk up and your soda is in a blue igloo cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just reach in there, fish it out.
Also, their window is so tall, mostly because I'm short as fuck.
It
but
is
like,
tall.
just like open up. What
like
do you
a-
want? I'm just like,
Like a kid at an ice cream truck. Can I have a Donatello, please?
Yeah.
Can I
But
have
it's-
5 tacos?
But it's like the sliding security thing, like in a Dick Tracy. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want, kid?
Yeah.
Scram. I had some street tacos,
Uh-huh.
which I'm a big fan of the beef cheek. Okay.
Okay.
I forget the name for it. I'm
Beef
blanking.
cheek. Whatever.
Longaniza?
No, I don't remember. But anyways, it's a delicious cut of meat. It's super soft and,
Yeah.
tastes like a steak, but it's like you're chewing on a cheek or a tongue,
Because you are.
Wonderful. Yeah. So I posted a question to our Twitter @tweetsofboys. How many street tacos could you possibly eat in one sitting?
What did Taylor Vincent say?
Well, it doesn't
Dang it.
say. Yeah,
Per
it doesn't
person.
say who voted. So I did 4 options,
Mhm.
which is your maximum amount of options on Twitter. I did 3,
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, or 6 plus.
I like that you started with 3 because the classic street taco is gonna come in 3s.
It's going to come in. I mean, 2 is for pussies. Let's just be honest. Like, if you can't eat more than 2 street tacos, what are you, a bird?
My dead grandma can eat 2 street tacos.
Yeah.
Best-
2 street tacos.
Most
is
hungry
like-
dead grandma on the
Most-
top of the list there.
Yep. 2 street tacos is 1 taco from Taco Bell.
Yeah, they're small.
Yeah.
They have the double corn tortilla, but they're tiny little
Yeah.
tacos. You can smash one in like 2 bites.
Yeah.
3
Easy.
bites maybe.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 20 votes, which is great. And coming in at number 1, it's 4 street tacos.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty fair.
Respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in at number 2 with 30% of the votes, 6 plus.
I think that was Taylor Vincent.
That's me, dog.
All right. Coming in at number 3 with 20% of the votes is 5 street tacos. And then last but not least, coming in with 10%, 3 street tacos.
Well, yeah, I mean, three's starting. 3 is if we're going on like a Scoville scale or like a hot scale, like a hot sauce packet scale,
Yeah.
it's the medium.
Mhm.
Or it's the mild.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Medium's going to be your 4.
Well, I ordered 6 and ate all of them in one sitting.
Did you want more after that?
No.
Yeah,
And I'll
yeah.
tell you what, like I my eyes were bigger than my stomach. So
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, Kate went and got some and I was like, I want 6.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the carrots. You get those delicious little pickled carrots and peppers and all that stuff.
Relish. I love that shit.
The first 3 went down like Tic Tacs, man. Just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
4th one, a little bit slower.
Yeah.
5th one, started to get the sweats a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I can't leave 1 or 2 of these.
Yeah.
That's barely even a snack for later.
Right.
That 6th one, that last bite, I was like doing that like,
Staring at it, going like,
I could beat you.
but no, but here's the thing. A street, it's not like you can get a to-go box and eat it later.
Yeah.
It's a street taco.
Well-
you might as well throw it to a dog.
yeah. Well, let me ask you, how many could you 2 eat? And I'm talking, you're starving, you're famished, you're ready to eat. What's the most you think you could eat in a street taco challenge?
I ate 7 2 weeks ago. But it wasn't, I guess it wasn't in one sitting. So
Yeah.
I had 3,
Mm-hmm.
Kate graciously gave me 3 street tacos, and I was like, fuck, these are super good.
None of them were pink, were they?
No. No, they were not.
Better not be.
So I got 3 street tacos, and then as soon as I finished them, I walked into the house and was like, where is this goddamn truck? And I went there immediately and got 4 more and came back and ate them. So I ate 7, I guess.
With a tiny halftime in the middle, like a slight intermission.
A slight intermission. Okay. But, I mean, I was still digesting the 3 as I popped in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and then I had 1 taco left, and I was just like, this was a mistake.
Yeah.
But you got to eat it on principle.
For sure.
Yeah. I put down 6, and I think I could do 7 or 8.
You could do 7.
I think I could do 8.
Yeah.
I'll up the ante.
Yeah. You text me right after I ate the 7th taco. And that's when you were like, hey man, when do you want to go to the bar before the movie? And that's when I was just like, hey dude, I wish.
I'm in a situation.
Yeah. That's when I was like, I'm going to take a nap and then I'll hit you up after that.
Well, see, the difference is here, you guys, with being meat eaters, you can have all sorts of crazy parts of an animal to consume.
What do you get at a street taco joint?
It's usually like an avocado taco or just a black bean taco.
Okay. Black bean taco sounds good.
Yeah. Which means I could toss down more of that.
Yeah.
So I could probably do about 8.
I think we should have a street taco challenge.
You have a street taco on?
Next time we're like doing something where we're all hanging out on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to do it on the air.
Yeah.
But
let's put it on YouTube.
Let's throw down. We should.
Yeah. I've thought about that.
I bet if it was a real competition, I bet I could do 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be hurting and I might throw up afterwards, but
we should do it. Let's do it.
And they have to be fully dressed.
Yeah.
Onions and cilantro.
Oh, for sure.
Hot sauce optional. Mm-hmm. And then optional carrots, peppers, all that good stuff.
See, I don't fuck with those.
Oh, the carrots.
Not because I don't like them, but because I'm here for the tacos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Less room for tacos.
Okay. Yeah. More, if I get a thick old, carrot, a pickled carrot, I mean, that's just taking up space.
Now, wait a second. So, are you guys talking like a long carrot? Or are you talking about the
sliced? Yeah, they're like sliced carrot, pickled carrot
but
slices.
They're sliced long.
They are sliced long.
Okay.
Yeah, they're about the size of like a sliced. I'm thinking those like long pickles.
Yeah, I'm thinking like when you go to a Mexican restaurant and they bring out the
not the little cylinders. They are sliced.
Quarter size.
They're sliced long ways.
Mm-hmm. I can eat the shit out of those fucking.
They're fucking good, dude. And they're a little bit spicy, dude. I want some right now.
Lime or nah?
Oh, I lime.
Okay,
I lime, and then the other question. Green or red sauce?
I like
green.
Yeah, I like the green sauce at that truck because their red sauce is like smoky.
Yeah, but
you can tell that it's like a liquid smoke, and I don't fuck with liquid smoke because I can always taste it, and it's like you're almost there, but it's like drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper, instead of a Dr. Pepper. It's like I know what you're doing, but like I can taste.
Does this food truck have Mexican Coke?
Yes, they do. They also have
Sold. Jumex?
Something like that. I heard this girl that I work with said it the proper way.
Yeah, Jumex sounds really bad.
Umex? Because it's a J.
Yume? Is it Yume?
Yume?
Let us know.
Yeah, Mexico? Yeah, it'd be Yume.
Boys at Boys Podcast, how many street tacos could you slam with your mouth?
Yeah.
I'm
Let
going
us
to say 8.
We should do this taco eating contest though.
I'm so down.
I agree.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about the trip. Anything else eventful happen? Inquiring minds want to know.
Went to CME, and for those who don't know, Chicago Music Exchange. It's one of the best. It's Chicago's best music store.
voted one of the best.
Reader voted. And that was fun, man. Walking around a music store, it made me feel good to walk around with like fellow. Because last time I was in there was with my wife, and she just sat there. Like, no offense to the ladies, but
it wasn't her thing.
She wasn't her thing, and I'm just like walking around like, this is, but you keep saying like, okay, we should probably get out of here. Mm-hmm. But it felt like
she's being a good sport, but you don't want to like push it.
Right. But it felt like I was there with 4 or 5 other dudes who are like all about it, and everyone's like, I know I'm gonna walk out of here with something, like that whole thing. But we were in there for like an hour and a half, just like running around like kids in a fucking toy store, just pulling things off the wall and playing it, and man, it was a fucking hell of a good time. I spent a lot of money on Lyft.
Yeah.
A lot of Lyft rides.
Yeah.
The worst of which was my last day. I wake up. Again, had a fantastic weekend. To round it all out, I was going to have a nice brunch at this place called The Handlebar. It was on some food show. Apparently, it's a really great place. Mm-hmm. Stoked to go. Me and some friends from the 5 Iron Frenzy crew, we decide, hey, let's get some brunch. Get in a lift.
Trump.
Start driving in this lift, and Leonor from 5 Iron's like, is that a camera in here? And the guy was just like dead, like, yeah. So you're recording us? Yeah. Well, that's fucking creepy. Step 1. And then we get to the location, have a good day, and as soon as I shut the door, it was like I was in a fucking rom-com.
Yeah.
And I could feel my phone not on me, and I go, my phone, wait! Put my hand up, and he starts driving off. I'm like, no! And I look over, and she's like, just go! I'm like, drop my bag, and I start just running.
Yeah.
Oh, you dropped the bag?
Dropped the bag.
Oh, dude, that's classic.
And I'm just running.
Yeah. Gotta shed all unnecessary weight.
Yeah, dude.
This motherfucker gets all green lights. So, because they're short little lights.
Yeah.
And he's hitting, I'm like, no, I can't run that fast. And then I decide, you know what? Fuck it. I can't do anything. I'm just going to go eat my fucking food. I'm going to I'll email Lyft. Have you ever tried to contact Lyft? It's damn near impossible.
Mm-mm. I have not.
Yeah. It's not fun.
I never have.
So I was without my phone. And you know what? We talk all the time on the show about like, we're all too connected to this thing and we should get rid of it. And for a moment, I was like, yeah, I don't need my phone. And then, I start feeling that itch of like, I can't check Instagram. I can't do anything. But then the big part is like, hey, motherfucker, your flight is in literally 2.5 hours.
Oh,
you need this phone.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can't get on the plane without
everything you have is on that phone.
Like your tickets and shit.
Your ticket.
Like,
yeah, everything. So
gotta have it.
I use another person's phone. I'm just going to keep calling my phone until that dude picks up. And he eventually did. And he says, I got a lot of runs, but I'll pick you up. I'll come back.
Cool, dude. You watch me chase you down the fucking road.
Yeah.
Almost an hour and a half goes by. So my clock is like winding down to when I need to be to the airport. He doesn't come. So I file a complaint with Lyft that I left my phone in my car, blah, blah, blah. And then he calls me and is like, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. Like being really weird about it. I'm like, well, dude, I need my phone. I was going to come bring it to you later. It's like, I don't have later. I'm leaving. I have to be at the airport in like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, will you bring me some cash? You give me some cash, I'll bring it to you. I was like, fine, dude, whatever you want. I need that phone.
He's like,
what a piece of shit.
blackmailing you for your own phone.
Blackmailing me for my phone. And then Lyft charged me, they call it a $15 finder's fee for bringing your phone back to you. So I got charged $15 on my Lyft. Plus, I gave that dude cash, $37. And then, so that was fun. Got my phone back. And then my plan was to eat brunch, say bye to them, and I was going to do a nice little walk around the neighborhood and then head to the airport. Nope. Mm-hmm. It's bam, get a Lyft. Nice to see you. Have a good one. Right back on a Lyft to the airport.
Oh, from brunch?
From brunch
straight to the airport.
No time to unwind.
Yeah.
I hop in a Lyft ride share because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
And get in the back seat. Dude who's getting another Lyft, out like a light. Just sleeping.
Voted sleepiest guy in Chicago.
Sleepiest guy in Chicago. No music playing, and the driver didn't say a word. Drove through Southside, dropped him off in Southside, and then went to the airport. It was weird.
Dude, I'm a friendly guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a talkative guy. But I'm getting to the point where, like, I just don't want to talk in a Lyft anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm just going to start wearing headphones, even if they're not on.
Yeah.
Because I feel kind of shitty when I do that, but I have done it once or twice. It's just so much easier if you don't have to make the small talk, man.
I'm all for that. I found myself, I slipped into it the first night as soon as I got in the Lyft, and the guy's like, Josh? I'm like, yeah. It's like, are you going to Oak Park? Yeah, cool. And I get in the car, and it's that, what's that fucking gif or the thing where it's like, how you, or me, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. And then I go, so how long you been driving for Lyft? And as soon as I'm like, why?
Yep.
Whole trip there, he starts bitching about the city and he wants to be a politician and blah, blah, blah. And the whole time I'm going, oh, I just opened up a can of beans.
Yeah.
I could have just sat here in silence.
Yep.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
I had to open my fucking dumb mouth.
Yeah.
So all the other rides, zipped.
Yeah.
Zipped. But then you find yourself having to talk to them because they miss your fucking drop off 5 times.
What?
Yeah.
He just wanted to keep that conversation going.
It was an old lady.
The
She was
app
super
tells you.
sweet. And it's the map right there. And she's like, "You're dropped off here?" I'm like, "No, I'm supposed to be dropped off back there." "Oh, we'll go around one-way streets in Chicago. You got to go around multiple blocks, blah, blah, blah." And then she eventually dropped me off in the right spot. And I was like, "Thanks."
She probably has grandchildren that don't love her or call her on Christmas.
Also, you
Voted
get charged
worst
extra
Lyft
for
driver in Chicago.
that. You get
Loneliest
charged
grandma.
extra for that too.
Yeah.
You do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, for missing your...
Yeah, because there have been times where, like, you know, I'm getting a lift. Like when before I lived here, and I lived on like 25th and Classen, I would get a lift, and like the first time I did it, I got in the car and I was like, "Hey man, I need to get some beer. What's the easiest way to do this? Like if we could like stop at a 7-Eleven or something like that. Also, is that shitty? I don't know."
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he was just like, "Oh, no. It's totally cool. Is there one by the house that you're going to?" "Yeah, for sure." "Okay, cool. Then I'll just take you there. We'll just say it's the same. We don't have to like close app or anything like that, whatever." He was like, "It's just like if we go out of the way, you'll just get charged like cents on the mile or something."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool." So
No big deal.
yeah, NBD, bro.
Yeah, I had to do that when I lived over in 18th Street. There's a liquor store right around the corner. I didn't feel like walking because I was high. So I told the driver, I was like, "Hey, man, I'm going to run to the liquor store. Do I need to get you to lift me, like do another ride?" He goes, "Nah, man, fuck it." And he pulled in like sideways into a parking, like taking up 3 spaces. I'm like, "Oh shit, well I can just grab something." So I just like randomly grab a bottle of wine, run back, like I'm robbing the place pretty
Right.
much. Then jump back in. Totally cool guy. Sometimes you get cool drivers. Sometimes you get guys who fucking hold your phone hostage.
That's
So you can't come
Yeah,
out.
dude. I could just not imagine the sheer feeling of panic when I do this. And it's not there.
Yeah.
You tap the pocket where the pocket, like the phone pocket, and it's not there.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeesh.
It was the worst. But up until that point, and as soon as it happened, a little voice in my head goes, "Of course.
Yeah.
You had a fantastic weekend."
Yep.
Something, just one little thing had to
Yeah.
steer it off. But then you can look on the other side, and maybe there's a reason why that happened.
Yeah.
Maybe if I didn't, I had my phone and I left, maybe I would have gotten mugged walking around an hour later. Who knows?
Yeah.
So you gotta look on the positive side.
Yeah.
It wasn't a total loss. The rest of the weekend was fucking amazing. It's a great time.
yeah. And then like, what's $37 extra on your trip? I guess.
What's that? I mean, I didn't spend a lot of all my. If you look at my bank account drafts from the trip, it's Lyft ride, Lyft ride,
Yeah.
Lyft ride, Lyft ride. $5 at a bar buying a friend a drink. Lyft ride, Lyft ride,
Yeah.
Lyft ride. Such and such restaurant.
Hey,
Lyft. It's all that.
You got to
Yeah.
get around, though.
Gotta
Yeah.
get around. I bought a $20 Ventura card, which is their Metro card. To get on the
Yep.
train. It's like, I'm gonna use this. It's a 3-day thing. I'm gonna use it all the time.
Once?
Twice.
Oh, twice. All right.
It proves how lazy I am. Like
I think those work on the train and the bus.
the bus, they
Yeah.
do. So
Because I took the bus a bunch.
I went to the train. It happened a bunch of times where I'd walk up, like, I'm going to get on this train. I'm going to go right down the way, listen to tunes, and it'll say, next train, 15 minutes. Nope, fuck that. And I was like, I'm not waiting.
Walking back up the ramp. Gonna go get an Uber.
Get the vibe. Excuse me.
Talk to the Uber driver.
Because it
Talk
was
about
cold.
the
I'm
weather.
not standing outside for 15 minutes.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, dude.
I'm feeble.
So speaking of feeble, I talked to my grandpa the other day. He's 92 years old.
Getting
And,
any puss?
Funny you should say that.
Okay.
He shared a story with me, and
Oh
I
my
figured I'd
God.
share it to wrap up the show.
Good. Has it already been?
It's we're sitting at almost 50 minutes, so
Wow.
I'll take my time. Kick
Okay.
back, relax.
All right.
So I live close to my grandfather. He lives close to a Dollar Tree. He likes to frequent this Dollar Tree because there's treats there. There's things that are $1 that you buy.
Yes.
And you either consume or you
Sure.
adhere or you store or you whatever.
Sometimes it's a value. Sometimes you're kind of getting screwed.
Yeah, you take the good with the bad at Dollar Tree. There's a certain candy that he likes there. It's these old man peppermints that only old men eat, and he loves them.
Are they off-brand or are they like Brock's?
They're off-brand, I'm sure. So he goes to the Dollar Tree about a week ago, and he drives an old, well, not old, but he drives a pickup, big full-size pickup. And he gets out of his truck and he's walking slowly as a 92-year-old man would do to the Dollar Tree. And this girl comes up to him and she talks to him. She's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she's making small talk with him. And my grandpa told me that she was probably in her early 20s. He said 23, 24.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Yeah, she was a pretty decent looking girl." Which my grandpa's old. Who knows, you know, like,
yeah.
My grandpa also likes auctions and swap meets and garage sales. And he's often told me, "Hey, I got something real nice over here." And I'll go look at it. It's shitty.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. So she's talking to him and he's like, "Okay, have a good day," you know, and she ends up following him into the Dollar Tree. He's walking the aisles of the Dollar Tree, making his selections. He has a hand basket. And he walks up to the register and he places his items on the conveyor belt there to be rung up.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl's still following him around, like tracing him around.
Yeah.
And she places a few items up on the conveyor belt, like doesn't put the divider down, just places it on the conveyor belt.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that's ringing up, you know, they don't get paid enough to give a shit. So she just starts scanning the other girl's stuff, the young lady's stuff. And my grandpa, I mean, he's got a heart of gold. He's a sweet old man. But he told her, he said, "Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Did you expect me to buy that for you?" Which honestly, if she would have asked, he probably would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's a dollar store. It's $5-10 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm sorry, but I just can't buy stuff for strangers, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she sheepishly takes her stuff off the conveyor belt and goes and puts it back. And then he goes out to his truck and she follows him there. And then he goes around to the driver's side, opens the door slowly, as a 92-year-old man would do.
Yeah.
Gets in his truck,
Right.
goes to put his seatbelt on, looks over, and she's sitting in the passenger seat.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he said he sat there for a little while and he didn't really know what to do.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "Well, you got to get out of here. I got to go. You know, I need to get home." And she said, "Well, I'm real hungry. Can you take me down to Brahms and get me a hamburger?" And the sweet old man that my grandpa is, sweetest, maybe not the smartest, he said, "Well, no, but I might have something at home.
Oh.
What?
I got some leftovers. I think he made some stew the day before." And he said, "I got some leftovers. I could take you home and warm you something up. And then you got to go." So he takes this 23-year-old transient, vagrant,
Yeah.
who knows,
Yeah.
who knows,
Mm.
to his house.
Oh no, that's in scary movies.
I know. And she goes in the house and he goes into the kitchen and warms her up some stew. And so my grandpa has this dining room and with a big table that overlooks the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And then he always sits in this recliner that's in his living room right by the front door. And he looks out the window and just watches the world go by. That's what he does these days.
Yeah.
And he has for years. She's in there eating and he's just sitting there, not talking to her, just looking out the window. And he turns around and she's standing butt naked in the middle of his living room.
What?
And then she sucks his dick.
Whoa, oh my God.
Like, I guess she said something about having to pay for this meal somehow and reaches her hand down his pants and pulls out his 92-year-old penis and begins to... That's when the lady took a knee and began to service my grandfather.
Oh, wow.
What?
Which I don't know if you know much about 92-year-old penises.
They're not pretty, I would assume.
They're unserviceable.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So after a few seconds, I'm guessing, of this, he said, "I need to excuse myself. I need to go to the restroom." And he goes in and he calls the cops.
Fuck.
Yeah. So she gets dressed. She probably knows something's up by then.
Yeah.
Not his penis.
Yeah.
Still pointing down. And soft. Old.
Old.
Hard.
Yeah.
Not hard.
It-
Saggy.
A piece of leather.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you know that belt you've had for years.
Yeah.
It's just the tail end of that belt.
It's the one that your mom or dad gave you that says your name on the back. You know? That. That's what your dick looks
Seen
like
some better days.
Yeah.
when you're 92.
The cops show up and he doesn't tell the cops anything about the sexual act.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
on him,
Mhm.
you know. And they talk to her, they take her outside, and they end up taking her away. They don't arrest her, anything like that,
Yeah.
but they take her away, wherever away is.
Yeah.
And yeah, he
To
called
the farm.
he called my dad and told my dad all about it. Can you believe that?
That's fucking insane.
Is this April Fool's?
Right.
Oh.
No, it's the second. And he told us that 4 or 5 days ago.
Oh my.
I am very leery of being a good Samaritan for those reasons. Like the thing where the pay it forward where you buy someone behind you in lines like coffee or something, like that's one thing. But people who do, I've had that kind of shit happen where like, can you or can I come to your house? Whatever. Like, no, dude, you stay where you stay.
Yeah.
Bringing someone into your
Like I've given $1 to somebody on the,
Sure.
Yeah.
by the off ramp of the highway, and somebody's there with the sign. You give them $1, and then guess what? You go on with your day.
Yeah.
Bringing a stranger into your house, so you're setting yourself up for being robbed.
Well, that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid
Like there
that
were people coming behind her to, yeah.
what if she had some big lunk with her,
Mhm.
and she goes in to do what she does, and he comes up behind him and fucking cold cocks him, knocks him out, and they steal everything in his house,
Yeah.
which isn't
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
But he's old. He has money. He has like cash in his house probably somewhere.
He doesn't trust the banks. He's 92.
Yeah.
The beginning of the
Too busy
story.
getting his dick sucked.
Too busy getting his dick sucked to care about banks, dude.
She just, she just like, he's a playboy. Yeah, she knows this. She sees it.
Not that I want to see my grandfather's penis, but I would love to have been a fly on the wall during that.
Yeah.
A, to see what this broad looks like.
Mm-hmm.
B, to hear the way my grandpa would have handled this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, he must have been scared at some point,
Yeah.
right?
I would have been
Or just like
confused.
Confused.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's
What the
92. He
hell
might
is
be
going-
losing it I mean, he lives by himself. He's normal,
Yeah.
but any 92-year-old brain has some miles on it. You know?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like one of those, not lot lizard, but like a, we've all been inside a Walmart or whatever, and some lady comes up to you in the parking lot and is like, "Excuse, my car's broken down. I got my kids."
I just need to get to so-and-so. I need to get back to El Reno or whatever.
She first talked to him in the parking lot, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's a parking lot thing, follows him in, and then she thinks this old man's he's gonna help me. He'll help me. He's old guy, people help.
But when does it cross her mind to blow him, though? That's what's weird to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I can understand getting some food and then maybe asking for some more money,
Mm-hmm.
but to be like, well, all right. Like,
maybe-
when does that cross her
Maybe
mind?
she was long conning it, like he could be my sugar daddy. If I suck
Sugar
his
granddaddy.
sugar, yeah. If I could suck his ding dong, he might give me some money, and I'll just stick around here and keep blowing this old dude ding dong.
Maybe so.
Calling a dick a ding dong is hilarious.
Yeah. When I heard this, my mind was completely blown.
That's
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah.
And I've told stories about my grandpa before. He's a spry old man. But
he's
that takes
gotten
the
around.
cake.
That does.
That
Dude.
takes the cake.
A
He
stranger.
didn't even try.
Mm-mm.
And a lot, obviously, when you have like a older man, like a far older man hitting on a far younger girl, it's gross.
Mhm.
But this is completely different. This 23
It is.
or 23-ish year old woman was like, he's gonna give me some soup. I'm gonna suck his soup.
Gotta suck that
Right.
dick
Yeah.
for this Campbell's.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, he didn't ask for that. He's
But
just trying to give you some soup, girl.
If the
Yeah.
sexes were reversed, so
Oh,
a
God.
23-year-old dude goes
With the 92-year-old woman.
and is like, "Hey, thanks for the sandwich. I guess I got to pay for this somehow," and just starts eating an old lady's box.
and then he does this. You know that classic move?
Oh,
Make a
yeah.
V with your fingers and go. You have to make that sound too.
They're both not good.
equally
No.
gross.
No.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
It's wild, dude.
Well, sounds like your grandpa had a fucking great weekend too.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Was this on like a Sunday? For some reason, I see it on a Sunday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Sunday a good day for that?
To bring a stranger home to your house so she sucks your pee-pee
Soup
when
and
you don't know?
sodomy? Yeah, man, 100%.
Love that Manson tune.
That's wild.
There was one point in the story where the thought did cross my mind, like, why couldn't it have been me
Right.
sucking his dick?
Oh,
no. But like none of that shit has never happened to me.
I've
Right.
never had an instance anywhere close to that happen in my life.
I consider myself a lucky dude,
Yeah.
but like I've never. I mean, I do have a couple of stories, but nothing like that, you
Right.
know, where it's just like, whoa, I was just going to get some hard candy.
So was she.
Oh, and turned
But
out it was
she
more
got
of a
the Laffy
soft
Taffy.
chew.
Yeah.
Turned out it was more of a Charleston chew.
Yeah.
So, guys, okay, we got to wrap it up here in a second. Any closing thoughts? Good to have you back in one piece.
I'm happy to be back. No, just that.
You thinking about my grandpa's dick still?
Yes, I'm just transfixed on it. I'll just say that, man. Take some time for yourself. Go on a trip, even if it's a few hours away or just a few hours out of your day. Do something totally alone, totally out of your comfort zone, and find yourself, man. Or just fucking have a good time, you know? Go suck a dude's dick at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
I'm talking from experience, dude. All right, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.